I am beekeeping and farming. I'm in Old Bluey. I gotta go change some water right here by the bees, and then I'm gonna jump over and work the bees a little bit. I'm gonna add some deeps to some of my splits and look for resources to start grafting some queens. I want to build I'm just gonna do a 5-frame nuke like I did last year. That works pretty good for me. I don't need a whole lot of queens. Again, it's mostly, at this point, it's mostly for practice, so I can be self-sustaining and have my own queens on standby. It's not that I'm doing it to re-queen my entire operation or for all my stuff. Eventually, maybe I'll get that far, but right now it's just kind of practice and for fun. So I am going to change the water and then back to the bees. I checked my nukes today that I was gonna sell hopefully this weekend, and they're a little bit further behind than I would like to see. I think a couple more weeks they'll be golden and ready to go. I would rather sell quality versus quantity, so I told everybody, sorry about the inconvenience, but it's gonna be a couple more weeks because I would rather not sell them at all than to sell them and have them fail and be bad. So I want to get them going and make sure they're rip roaring and ready to go. But anyways, down here at the bee yard, just pulling in. I ended up tilling this dirt up because a lot of stuff wasn't coming up and it was very, very rough. We couldn't even hardly walk in this field. It was an ankle buster. It just wasn't good. So I wasted my time and my money spreading that seed, but oh well. But these bees are buzzing. They're doing good. Gotta get into them and check them. Yeah, that one was so big I had to throw on another box there. Super, hopefully they killing it up. But anyway, over here is where I gotta change the water. And yeah, good stuff. Alright, down yonder here, tired of wearing my jacket. It's hot, so I'm going to start trying this guy out, see how it does. But today I'm just checking the strength of these. Oh my goodness gracious. And if they need a new box, going to pull up a new box and drop a new box on them. I think that's going to need a new box right there. I'm actually just going to go ahead and open all of these to start with. That one's pretty weak. That one's okay. But I'm going to go through here and tear through all of them and see which ones need a new box added. Alright, quick glance here. If we walk around, I want you to just kind of see, okay, if these were my colonies, what would need a box and what wouldn't. So right off the bat, I can tell you this one right here isn't going to need a box. This one probably going to need a box. You can tell this by just looking at them. You don't really have to get in them. This whole pallet's probably going to need a box. That is the weakest one out of them all. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. These ones are decent. This one's pretty packed. That one's okay. It's got some room over there. That one's a little weak. So that's what I'm checking. Like I said, you can tell that just right away. Okay, do they need a box or not? It's that simple. Pop your lid. If it looks like that, you should probably add a box. If it looks like this, probably don't need to add a box. So, gonna go through. I'm going to pull out 1 or 2 empty frames in these thicker ones with some brood, set them to the side, and then I'm going to come by, set the boxes next to them, drop empty comb down into their spot, and put the brood up into the new box to pull the bees up to the new box. Got all my boxes right here. Most of it is foundation, so I might even throw some syrup on these to stimulate them to try to build some of that wax out, but that's the plan right now. Drop that box. And these 2 frames of brood. We'll go up top here. Plenty of comb on this box. Queen should come right up and start going to town on that. Oh yeah, run a little. So that one's done. On to the next pallet. Box, that one definitely needs a box. That one needs a box. These ones are iffy. So, let me get in here. I really like a video I saw Bob Benny post the other day that said he asked a big time beekeeper what frame he pulls out first. And I got excited like Bob did. I was expecting a big answer, thinking, oh yeah, here we go. And he says he pulls out whatever one's easiest. I laughed because that's the truth. It really is nice to just, don't matter which frame. I don't like to personally pull from the center of the box. I always try to pull from the edge here, but yeah, this one definitely needs a box. Lots of brood on these. Lots of resources. Yep. It's a good looking colony right here. Alright. Do a little bit of checkerboarding. Just gonna put 2 down yonder, or 3 I mean. Box. And drop this brood in there. Oh, that's not a sheet of brood, that's a sheet of honey. Tighten up the box. Good to roar. Oh, I need my ice, my Ian Stepler stool. Oh. Let's get on the old knees for now. These ones have been waxed. Yep, they're waxed. Give them some foundation in the bottom. Probably just gonna give them 2 right there in the center, and then I'm gonna throw that guy on the end. Square up the box. Make plenty of room so I'm not sliding bees. Squishing. Checkerboard in between that one right there. There's a lot of, that guy is gonna go there. And we're done. There's eggs, there's brood, and there's the queen. Okay, we're good. All right, burned through that last pallet, and only one of them needed a box. That nuke is busting with bees, but I think it might be a drone as well. So I actually was thinking of what I'm going to do with this drone layer over here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And we're just kind of winging it here. I don't remember which one of these 2 is the weaker of the 2. That one is weaker, but has a laying queen. These actually both have laying queens and are doing well. I am going to go like this. Fill that spot there. all the field force that was in that one. Probably come back to this one, boosting this one as well. And hopefully that will take care of the drone layer. So, whew, it's a little warm out there. I need to make sure I do better at bringing fresh water. This water has been in this can for like, probably a week. But it's wet and it'll probably quench my thirst a little bit. It's warm and it's not even that warm yet. I'm not used to this. We're probably only in the high 70s, but for us that's pretty warm. Bees are sure active, flying like crazy. Now what I'm going to do is hurry and jump through these ones. I'm not going to film probably any of this because I don't have time. I took care of my splits. Now I'm going to bust through these and see if I can find one that looks really good that I can graft from. I think I have a couple in mind that I think would be good graft stock that are doing good. And then I'm going to try to build a 5-frame mating nuke. I'm going to take one of my 5-frame boxes and just pack the crap out of it with bees and capped brood and get that ready for grafting. And I'm probably going to graft tomorrow. So that's my plan. Today is Wednesday. I'm not sure the date, but it's Wednesday. So yeah, planning to graft tomorrow, Thursday. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. See how it goes. Well, I made a 5-frame nuke with a shit ton of bees, as you can see. And I brought them over here because this is where I'm going to do my grafting and my queen cell raising. Well, these guys are going to be my supply yard. I'm going to use that one as my grafting, as you can see there. Lots of bees in there. And then I'm going to kind of use these other colonies as boosters to pull frames of brood or shake some more bees. They're all doing pretty good. I'm going to continually pump them full of syrup and pollen patties to let them just keep going regardless of what's going on in nature, because I'm going to use these as my resources. I'm going to graft from this colony and that colony back there. They are both really good queens, laying good patterns. This was a queen that I found in a box that I thought was a dead out, and it had a frame of bees and a little bit of brood and a queen. So I took that queen and I put her in this little nuke box, and I took a couple more resources, a couple frames of brood and some food, and shook some bees in there, and we'll see if we can get that one built up a little bit. But if not, it's fine. It's another little resource option. But yeah, this is going to be where I graft my queens. This is actually where I had my mating nukes last year, and I'll probably still put some mating nukes right here because I had really good success in this little area. And there's big mating yard. There's a big bee yard over here. My yard is just right over here. There's some over here, so it's in a fairly decent location, I think, for a mating yard. I like it right here. It's close to my house. My house is just right up over that hill. I can just buzz down here real quick. No gates I have to open or anything to get to it, so it's a pretty good spot. My neighbor, luckily, he's letting me utilize it, so I have to pay him some honey. But for now, that is packed full of brood. There's one empty frame in there where I'm going to put the grafting. I just put it in there to kind of keep them busy. There's a little bit of pollen. Well, there's actually quite a bit of pollen in there. And a good frame of of honey, but I'm also pumping them full of some syrup. So what I'm gonna do now is get my JZ cups and put them all on these little things and have this ready for tomorrow's grafting session. Pretty pumped. Cups are ready. I'm just gonna do all of them. I'm gonna graft all of them, and what'll take will take, what won't, and we'll see how it goes. If I get 5, that's sweet. If I get 2, that's sweet. So again, this is mostly for practice. I'm not gonna get good at it unless I graft a bunch. So that might be a little excessive for 45, might be, or whatever the number is, might be a little much for that little nuke. But again, this is more of a practice so I can get good at it. And the only way I get good at things is doing it. So I'm gonna graft it all and learn from there. I was gonna do the cloak board method that Matt from the Walk in the Woods apiary did, but I kind of chickened out, I guess you could say, because this way worked for me last year pretty good, and I don't need large amounts of queens. So what I did last year is I started them and got the grafts going. Got them going with a 5-frame nuke just like this, and then, oh, that bee's after me. Ah! Easy girl. Grafted the cells with them, got them all going, and then I actually took those same bees that were in there and put them all in my little mating nukes, my little styrofoam mating nukes. It worked out pretty well. I had decent success. I mean, again, this is me learning. I am not a queen grafter expert, but I want to get good at it and I want to figure out my own little method, and this is what we're rolling with. So let them sit queenless for a little bit, and then we will put some grafts in them, see how it goes. One thing, I don't really want to beg people to subscribe to my channel, but if you're watching these and you're not subscribed and you like my videos and keep coming back, I don't want subscribers just to subscribe. I want genuine people who are interested in my content to subscribe, and people I can engage with that enjoy what I'm putting out. But I know there's quite a few people who watch that don't subscribe, and I'm guilty of it too. I watch a few channels here and there that I haven't subscribed to, farming videos and stuff, and I need to, but hit that subscribe. It helps me out, helps get videos out there, and just makes things roll a little bit better. So please, if you're watching this and if you haven't subscribed, hit the like or the subscribe button. Thanks.